Peace, family. What's up? What's up? Good afternoon and welcome. I am ChiVital, AI and I'm back with another tool for your toolkits. You all, last night was off the chain. Now, today I am using a different format. We'll get into why. You know what I'm saying? Things are happening. And we always want things to be happening because we know that the magic is working. So I'm going to give you all a moment to tune in as the notifications go out. Just as you join, make sure you thumbs up this video because you already know it's going to be information in here that is popping. Okay? All right. Hopefully the sound is just as beautiful as when I use my handy dandy cell phone. But due to the way that the energies have decided to put me in such a special space, I ain't got no phone. What do I need a phone for? Why would I need a phone? It's not like I'm running multiple businesses with my cell phone or anything, right? You. Shouts out to King Naga E-Boy. Shouts out Ashley Rose Gold. Shout out Justify Conjure. Peace, Momi. Peace, Boss Lady Gemini. Peace, Vex Scribe Naga. All my Nagas are in the building. Yo, wait a minute. Why is this Naga not set up as a wrench? What? What? What to do? What? Let me make you a moderator. All right. There we go. There you go. You're a wrench now, baby. Baby. The chosen golden. What up? We good? We good? Peace, CEO Naga. Peace, Joisha. What's up, y'all? Yo, whoever was in the building, yo, my voice just made all of the instruments go off. It's like that. So I gotta be on earth with you all. Everybody who was in the building last night, throw some Nagas and some moons in the chat. Light that joint up. Light it up. Light it up. That Mars is Marsin, exactly. Happy Mars Day, everyone. I like to call Tuesdays Take Action Tuesdays because it's Mars Day and Mars likes to get things done. Okay. I know the Slytherins were in the building heavy last night. Right? Yes, y'all were. Yo, some of y'all, I know you was like, dang, because they got locked out. And some people just showed up late. You can't show up late. All right? You cannot just be showing up late to the rituals. Because when we jump on the spaceship, it's like you late for the cruise. How you gonna be late for the cruise? You know it's gonna cost you extra to take that little boat that will take you to your cruise if you missed the boat. They got a little boat that will get you caught up to the big cruise ship, but that whole, everyone's coming in onto the cruise ship. Now you got to pay extra money. You got to, get on a little small boat and have yourself a little, boat situation. It's different from a cruise ship. Some of y'all can't handle that. Exactly. If you're on time, you're late. Y'all don't know by now. Like, things are run like a military. Because it's squad. You got to have military power in order to protect the mission. That's the whole thing. This whole love and light will not survive if we don't have a military. So, all my security that's in the building, throw some Nagas in the chat. Because y'all know mother love the love. But I got to have my Nagas in here. I have my Nagas in here. The Nagas, y'all tapping into the F.A.Y realm. Now, I ain't going to say too much about my fairies. Because I already know they got me. But show some love to the Fae realm and put some fairies in the chat. I want to make sure y'all are here. I want to make sure y'all are present. Yeah, y'all. All right. So let's jump into the topic for today. Just this a little bit, because I'm going to sit back and talk with y'all. So y'all already know that we are going into the rituals and the rites for utilizing this very powerful tool, the ancestor money, to clear some debts that are carrying over. All right. This is a practice that is ancient. It's not new age. It's been around for thousands of years. Okay. Y'all already know that. You should already be hip that many different cultures have some form of taking care of ancestral debts, which aren't always just financial. Keep that in mind. Taking care of some ancestral debts in order to free some things up here during your lifetime. Okay? Being that we are focused on building the monetary abundance, okay? We want to make sure that we do rituals that are aligned with that. There are some things that you have practiced or some elements that you have been told to partake in, and you may not fully understand how important they are or like where do they come from. Okay? One of those things I wanted to point out for you is, it's very, very important to pay attention to details. All right? The color white. The color white, fam. For a long time, and historically, okay, fabrics, you got to look at what was available and what the fabrics were used for. Fabrics, inherently, when they were different colors or had different patterns on them, were not originally just a matter of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Look at my fancy pattern that I have on this fabric. Nah. Plus, fabrics were not always easy to access. Okay? Well, let's talk about this white fabric and this white thing, because y'all starting off with this white bath that I prepared for a lot of you all. You might be lucky if you hit me up today to get one of those baths. But why do we work with this color white? Okay? A lot of people think that you work with this color white because the color white represents purity. Right? We work with this color white because it's this heavenly color, or is the closest to some type of holiness or divinity. Okay? Naga Creed, I got you. I'm not sure where you texted, but if you texted 202 number 810-1876, today it'll be refreshed. Okay? But the reason why we are really working with the white when it comes to the ancestor money and working with communicating with the ancestors is in itself inherently a death rite. Write that in your notebooks. When working with the ancestors, and the objective is to communicate with them very clearly what your intentions are, and you are dressed in white. In particular, you are also dressed in fresh whites. This is a technique that is included in a death rite. How many of y'all knew that? Press 1 in the chat if this is new to you. So write that down in your notebooks. When I put on my fresh white and I'm going to do an ancestor ritual, you are working a form of necromancy. A lot of people who don't really understand some of the ancient techniques think that, well, if I'm going to be working with necromancy, or I'm going to be working with some of the underworld energies, I must, of course, be wearing black, right? And it's not always the case. It's actually a really authentic practice to wear the white for you to experience what it's like to cross over. Because originally, when people passed on, outside of the practices where there's no extra dressing, like with fabric, the cremation rites, okay, or the mummification rites, people are wrapped in a white cloth with whatever herbs, oils, any particular symbols that are necessary for them to have protection as they move through this underworld. Okay, because you go from this world and then there's a whole nother passage that has to occur before you go to your final station. And this is where we get this wearing white. All right. And so through this living practice, you're wearing this white so that you can participate while still alive, going through this process to join your ancestors temporarily to have these particular conversations. So you are calling them forward and you're meeting them halfway. The difference is through these particular rites that are being taught to you, you have a choice of how you are navigating that your ancestors, unless they were initiated in some type of necromancy before they passed on, don't really have a choice of how they're going to navigate. Press 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Let's get some more likes, y'all. Oh, thank you, everybody. I like my crown. I did it myself. Long gone are the days that I usually do my hair by myself. So if you don't like my crown, don't say so. I don't care. Keep your opinions to yourself. I'm quite proud of my my little do here. Okay. Exactly. All right. Quotus the Erica Baduith. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shirt. T, hit me on what's that, boo. I don't have a phone. I want to talk to you, but I ain't got a phone. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a little break while y'all get these lights up because I need to put some lotion on my very ashy hands. I've been in water. This was a gift from my nail tech, Cody, New York. Hand and body lotion, lavender. Let's see. When it's wintertime, I need a lot of hand lotion because I work with my hands a lot and I wash my hands before and after everything. Whether it's making y'all baths, candles, fairy dust, doing body work, sitting down to do incantations. It's a lot of washing. A lot of washing. Y'all see that? The smell is authentic. Y'all see that? I don't know. It might not be too expensive. Shouts out to New York again. Cody, New York. Hand and body lotion. Lavender. I bang with the lavender. Okay. Made in Korea. Y'all know they really popping with their bath and body options. It's pretty smooth. Seems to be getting the cracks here. The little cracks here. How we looking? Y'all like it? Y'all like it? That's one of my tricks. Y'all just seen them, but I didn't tell you. I ain't tell you about that. Yeah, the Koreans, they don't be playing about that skincare. Okay? All right. So with the white cloth, you all get an opportunity to sit in between space and conjure your ancestors. All right? Now, this meditation from last night, I want y'all to pay attention to what Baba T told y'all today. Most people want to just jump into the end result. They want to jump into the final ritual. And they don't realize that the reason why some people get jammed up when they go to really go into pull particular things is true. There's work that has to be done. It's like if you're going for your bachelor's degree, you have to take your remedial math and a couple of courses that aren't necessarily related to your degree, but they want to make sure that you have mastered these fundamentals before they say that you have acquired the necessary knowledge and what is it? There's a particular word. It's going to come to me, y'all. But ability to use that information. Okay? These are, yes, I am talking about prerequisites, but that's not the word. But it's your ability to actually use that information that you have acquired in the past moving forward. And every time you want to go to another level, there's always going to be some type of prerequisite courses before you get to the next one. Okay? So last night's meditation really was a formulated meditation to help catapult some of you. This is why you want to even be working with teachers like myself and Baba Team, Asura, right? Is that with that extra energy, it helps to move you forward so that you can see tangible things that now that it's been imprinted, now that you've been able to see, you have more of a connection to that particular realm. So as you do the smaller rituals on your own, it's easier to get back there. Press 1 in the chat if you have experienced this for yourself and understand. Because up until now, I give it to you. A lot of y'all have been doing your thing. You've been studying where you can, various occult sciences, but you would admit that all of a sudden these experiences are hitting on a whole nother octave with way more clarity. Okay? And for those of you exciting news, that meditation will be available later on tonight as promised at the House of Chi Patreon. Okay? Yeah, you think we're the truth? Wait till we drop meditations where it's the both of us. It's insane. So every now and then we do something like that for everyone. It's like a special occasion. But the only time that you definitely will get a piece of that symphony is in an in-person ceremony. So I wanted to use this live also to help you all understand the importance of some of the other ways to really make your individual work more rewarding. And that will come with doing individual sessions where this is not in a ceremonial sense. This is by yourself, like a personal ceremony, personal session with myself with T. Okay. Where the energy is all focused on you. These types of sessions, these consultations, these in-person sessions, they are absolutely very, very good for helping you to be much more clearer and in tune with what it is that you need to do next and get your results much faster. Okay? Y'all got that? CEO Magic. Same thing. Somebody put my number in the chat for the white baths 202-810-1876. If you want a session, an in-person session, then text 917-426-1192 and say you want an in-person session with me. Yes, you have to be screened. If you want an in-person session, 917-426-1192. Okay? So anyways, with your ancestral money rights, y'all gotta understand that sometimes there's things that are undone. They haven't completed them yet while they were living. And for whatever reason, you made the agreement that you were going to go ahead and take care of those things for them. Now, at this point in the game, I'll tell you from experience, you don't want to waste your time with that agreement. When you made that agreement, your soul was only up until a certain age. But now that you made that agreement and you have come into this realm where you have access to more information, more understanding of how this whole thing goes, aren't you going to want to renegotiate some of that? Press 1 in the chat if you're going to want to renegotiate some of that. It's from experience. Some of those agreements that were made end up taking you on a whole donkey ride over the hill, over the mountain, down through the valley, to the city, and back to the ocean side. When the whole time, you really just wanted to go from the sand dune to the city. But because of these agreements that you have made in the past, before you got here, you're like spinning your wheels, wasting time, energy, money, because it costs money to take care of some of these things. Am I telling the truth or what? Because I know some of y'all have paid for different rituals and whatever system you in, rituals, ebos, magic spells, whatever the case may be, offerings, to try to make up for the difference between what you agreed to do for them so that they can be taken care of so you can move forward. And so there's a point where you reach a level of understanding. You like, okay, wait. I need this money and I need these resources. I need this house. I need this particular car. I need this particular real estate, this building, this land for myself and my children. And if I am still taking care of what you all didn't take care of, I'm going to be behind the mark, including the fact that there are so many other entities that are against me moving forward to accomplish that. And by the time I go forward to accomplish these things, my children are going to have to carry it on because I done started it, but I could not finish as much as I wanted to. And then some of y'all made these pacts where you're not even going to be alive long enough. But you're not going to be alive long enough because you would have been exhausted trying to finish out the lives of other people who did not know how to take care of their particular paths in ancestry and whatever debts and promises that weren't kept during their living time. Okay? So, I'm looking at the chat. Somebody says sometimes it's starting to feel like more of a burden than guidance. Exactly. And that's why these preliminary exercises give you way more strength and empower you to make the right decisions and to put these different voices in proper alignment. Okay? ain't leave no instructions or nothing, like trying to build IKEA furniture with a butter knife. Exactly my sentiments. There's no grimoire in the drawer. There's no life insurance policy to cover the mortgage or to cover the even sometimes the burial rights that are necessary. That's not what's up. That's not okay. Okay? You know, the idea that we need to be all in alignment with is when I die, I want it to be a major payday for the ones that I love, for them to celebrate. Now, some people are not okay with that feeling. But the reality is, what are you going to do with the money? What are you going to do with that? You want it to be a celebration, not just because, you know, everyone's going to get a nice fat check. But at the same time, you want it to be a celebration that, okay, like Mom, dad, auntie, uncle really took care of that. Now I know for a fact that when it's like, baby, I believe in your dreams. I will put all of my money behind you. You know it's a fact because they don't wrote you into the policy. Okay? Wrote you in. It's like we gotta stop being just okay with, people speaking like they really agree with you. Like your words are costly. They can cost you your life. They can gain you an opportunity. They can extend your life. They can protect you. They can set you up for disaster. So while it's great for everyone to clap their hands and be like, I'm cheering you on and I believe in you, accepting now and being okay with that, because some people are going to fight you down. They're going to be like, everything is not about money. Everything is not about money. However, okay, if you leave this plane with a bunch of people to grieve for you, for all the love that you've given them, the food that you've fed them, and at the time, the roof over their head that you've provided. But then you also leave with them the burden of, one, you didn't give them the knowledge of how to maintain or run any of this stuff. So if you have a business, please teach your children how to run that business. If you don't have children and you're married, teach your mate how to run your business. Okay, especially if you are the breadwinner and that business is taking care of the household, you're bugging, right? You're bugging if you don't teach the family how to maintain that source of income, right? Two, if you have a particular formula of rituals that you've been practicing as a householder to sustain the family, it needs to be taught to someone in the household. Okay? Someone in the household should be taught it, should know where's the grimoire? Where is it? Where's everything located? And so those are like the very mundane things that need to be taken care of. All right? Then you are preparing yourself to make contact with your ancestors. And so you're building up your energy, right? Your chi. You're building up your chi to be able to travel there and back. Because when you do contact your ancestors, you definitely will feel that there's some energy that was used up in order to do so. And so in order for you not to feel depleted, you want to continue to eat a particular way that feeds your cells, nourishes your cells at the highest level. Okay? You know what? Now I finally have some things that I can share with y'all when it comes to these various things that I use just on a regular. But yeah, increase your greens, your fresh, dark, leafy vegetables. Stay hydrated so that you can have the electricity necessary, the chi necessary, the Shakti power necessary to move back and forth through these various realms. It only makes sense. Because if you have the talent of doing so, but you don't take care of yourself, you're going to be real tired and you're going to start to age very fast. Because the thing that keeps you feeling youthful is your gene. It is your chi. But if you are using up all of your chi to do all of this personal magic for astral travel and talking to your ancestors and meeting with these other deities, you could run out. And then you're going to start using up your essential chi. And so these practices are important. Okay? These practices are important. So whatever rituals you can do, or you can have done for you so that you don't have to use up any of your chi to help clear it away. For example, it's like you received a brand new piece of land. The land needs to be cut down. The soil needs to be broken up before you can even do anything with it. You absolutely have the choice of using your 2 hands, your 2 feet, and whatever resources you can to get you a nice little, what's the name of that truck that can help do all that work? Your little Bob the Builder truck. An excavator. Thank you. Okay. Little John Deere equipment. Yes. Yes. Or you can find yourself a team that specializes in that work and pay the one fee for the expertise for them to do that work, so you can focus now on the blueprint of the new home that you want to build, and also pointing out what you want, and then back to your genius and your intelligence of mind. Because genius and intelligence of mind are two different things. The genius is like the masterful, inspired ideas that are outside the box of regular reality. And then your intelligence of mind is how you apply that kind of genius. Because that genius is very specialized. That intelligence really pulls from all of these different skill sets and how to apply them. Okay? And now you're looking at paint colors for your home. How many windows you want in the room? How many bathrooms? That's a lot less energy being put out, because if you were to be the one who's out in the field doing that work, not only is it going to cost you time and energy, it's going to cost you resources to put out for the equipment. You might injure yourself and now you got to pay a medical bill because you didn't have the energy to source that kind of project. And then you losing time because you got to get well before you could get back out there into the field and do the work. Like, think about your preparation for doing this ancestral work like that. Like, you're building a whole new life from a whole different perspective. And a lot of you speak as if you want to be your own bosses, but you won't let go of some of the work that wastes your time because you're not good at it and you don't have the energy to figure it out and do it yourself as yet. This conversation goes way deeper than what's right in front of you, but it applies across the board. It pays to be the boss, but it also costs to be the boss. Exactly. So if you have one particular area that you really are good at, like, nobody else can give you energy. Nobody else can give you the chi necessary. So you really want to focus on the rituals and the rites that help you have the right energy to do whatever work that you can do on your own. Make sense? Press 1 in the chat. That makes sense to you all. Because you got some haters, or you got some people who just really don't understand what it means to have this particular mindset. And they think that they see folks like myself or T, like, oh, they just selling this or they selling that. Like, they don't realize the cost of energy behind doing all of that work for so many people, because most people have not reached a certain level to do it for themselves as yet. And the object of the game is for you to eventually reach those levels for yourself. Now, if you never reach that level because you continue to lean on having the work done for you, that's you. That has nothing to do with the intentions of what we put out there. Like, it's what's kind of weird is, like, there's no payday in tearing down any other practitioners. And I say there's no payday in tearing down other practitioners because ultimately, if it's not going to amount to some additional wealth and prosperity, then it doesn't make sense. It's just a waste of energy. So essentially, when it's stated that, let's say, for example, this is a particular working that you should pay for to get done. And a person goes, oh, okay, yeah, I could do that myself. By all means, right? Nobody's going to force you. But then when it's revealed that that's not working for you, it really is going to take a lot more to ever want to do that work or offer that particular work for you in the future, because you already showed that you have a particular kind of attitude and disregard for what someone has to go through in order to be initiated to do something, what someone has to do in order to be able to fulfill a particular ritual. You feel me? So yeah, we are talking about undoing these ties to poverty through ancestral work and some of the fundamentals that are necessary before you get into the actual ancestral money right. And this is a dope time to prepare, because this is last year's news is going out the door. So this period between now and the next new moon is really like when you are doing your particular organizing and building up your chi, building up your, I would say, your proficiency in particular rituals, your consistency with these rituals, getting to know how some of your ancestors sound, how they smell, how they communicate. So when it's time to really start, you're going to be paying off bills, right? By sending them this ancestor money, you're very clear. You're very clear, not just with what you speak, but what you're intending. And every single tool that you're using is very concentrated with those intentions. Okay? Um, does the next new moon officially mark the next year? The next new moon marks the beginning of the snake year. Yep. We got you on the ancestral money to be used. That's what I'm saying. Y'all ready to jump into that? We got you. Focus on the steps before you get to that portion. You're not going to be left behind. And if you haven't watched the latest video on Occult Kollege, some of that will be answered there. Okay? Yeah, like the Vex scribe said, some of the Jost paper, okay, is on hold until you all complete some of the prerequisites. Because remember, we're moving into snake year. Things got to be very precise. Okay, no cutting corners, because what you will be faced with as you level up into your positions of power is a lot of little beady eyes, human and unhuman, trying to deter you from accomplishing what you have now realized I'm set out to do. Okay? Don't rush. I'm telling y'all, there's no rush right now. Most years, like, we hit the floor running. People who've been here for a couple of years straight know the beginning of the year is like, whoo, 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 whoo. We're jumping over hurdles. We're doing this. We're doing that. And there is a method to every piece of madness. Okay? The lessons are going to appear to be on the front end, are going to appear to be here and a little bit of there. It's not the same, but you can't expect the same if we're preaching transformation and we're preaching growth and newness. Things got to shift. Right now, as we take our time, we're able to pay attention to details and not miss. That way, when you get to moving forward, it's a smoother ride. Because when you're taking your time, if you get into an accident and you're just going about 10 miles per hour, it's not a fender bender. It's like it's like a little tap. But if you make mistakes and you're moving at 100 miles per hour, you're definitely doing a death toll. Like a death, you're out of here. So we're looking to take our time so that as things start to pick up momentum, that momentum is in your favor. All right, any questions? Let me look. Will there be lessons or stick to our own sadhana? What you mean, will there be lessons? There's lessons. Pay attention. There's lessons happening right now. Definitely, the Nagas, y'all have a sadhana. Everyone who's in Slytherin, you have chosen particular lessons as your sadhana. Work through that. Work through that. That's the beauty of being, of having access to the information that you can move at your own pace. Now, some people, they have an issue with moving at their own pace because they lack the self-motivation to get things done. Working at this level of sorcery requires that you tap into the divinity and power of will. Because if you don't have any, then you're going to sink. So moving forward, that's more so the gain. You choose the sadhana and you work at it. You're in a college where you have access to all these various lessons, these formulated lessons, and you can complete them at your own pace. You can complete the ones that are most relevant to you. Not like when you go to regular college and you sign up for one course and you're forced to take something else that really is just costing you time and money. It's different. Okay? So there's a relevance between prerequisites within a lesson, right? And there is relevance to you choosing these lessons as they're built. They're built with a preparation period. The preparation process is built into it. And if you start from the beginning of the lessons and work your way through this, it's very clear. I think it's very clear. I don't know if everyone understands that. Okay. Are there proper colors to wear while giving birth? Is white appropriate? That's not related to this particular lecture, but white will be appropriate for a, a lot of things. Like just like the candles. If you can't find a particular color, you can use the white. So, as far as giving birth, there's no particular color that you should not wear. I mean, if you want to be wearing clothes at all, that's very interesting to me. Birth is really a um, yeah, very natural and very naked process. But yes, you were asking. I'm just paying attention. Oh, okay, it was something I thought of earlier when you were talking about death and white. It came to mind. Yeah. If you pay attention to what's happening with a baby moving from outer space within your inner space into another realm of existence, they have to die from that womb to be birthed into this realm on earth. The only time you will be able to ever go back to that place is through some form of regression that takes you back into that realm. But they are totally different portals, they're totally different dimensions. What's happening in the womb is a whole nother planet, so to say, right? A whole nother dimension. And moving through the vaginal canal when a natural birth is present, okay? Not to say that it's not a part of this process if you don't. Not going to get into the details of that because it's not concerning this video. But it's the same. You're not even an air breathing human in the womb. Think about that. You don't breathe air. Try that now. Go ahead, try it. Let me know how that works out for you. Any nutritional references? Chlorophyll, your blue-green algae, vitamin C, high mineral content. Okay? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Just want to remind y'all that yeah, mantras for nutrition, definitely. Sound medicine is no joke. All right, working with the elements, working with the fire, working with earth, working with the wind. Okay? Sun gazing, grounding. Okay? All right. I'm going to leave y'all with this. You all did a very, very good job last night. Shouts out to everybody who was on that full moon meditation. If you want to listen to that meditation again and go deep like that again, I told y'all it'll be available on the House of Tree Patreon. That link is down in the description box below. So make sure you get that. I will see you all soon. Peace, love, and bliss. Much love, y'all. I'm out.